time. It's going to be an amazing show tonight. We have one of the members of Blue Tongue here. It's a new group for us. So I'm really, really excited. I love being able to push new groups forward and say, hey guys, listen to them. Some good stuff. And remember, we play all kinds of music here. So as long as you're family friendly and you're not making fun of people, dude, we are up your alley. If you are not watching from YouTube, go to youtube.com. I cannot speak. Go to youtube.com right now and go to youtube.com/C for channel /Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky. And you can subscribe. And you know what you do is you hit that little bell and then it lets you know when we are on. I know, it's like magic. So come on, do that. If you are a band or a musician and you want to send us some music, all you have to do is be a small label or independent artist. You can send us music. It just needs to be family friendly. So please send it to CelticRain777@gmail.com. That's right. CelticRain777@gmail.com. We have some beautiful music coming your way. You guys, do you remember last week? Oh my gosh, Brian Hinke, he was so stupid good, right? And so he has like a whole series of magic spells for the guitar. So, and he's kind of got these ridiculous fingers. I know, right? So, we did magic spell number 1 last week. We're going to do magic spell number 2, Mist of the Moon. And then we're going to do Come Now to the Table. That's one of my songs from Celtic Rain. And then we're going to do The Ultimate Computer by 5 Year Mission. That's right. They play music and write music about Star Trek, which is the best thing in the whole world. I'm just going to put that out there. Like it's like the best thing in the whole world. I want to write music about Star Trek one day and be as good as 5 Year Mission. I am not worthy 5 Year Mission. Needless to say, you guys ready for some great music? Here we go.
In this life, there are times when we feel that still small voice, searching here, searching there, calling out to our hearts. Trust in me and you'll see that you will never need, 'cause every time you feast on me, there is life. where you'll hunger no more, where your heart longs to taste and see. Come now to the feast. Can't you see you're invited to come now and eat? So what do we need to do when we come to the table? Just take part and let it consume your heart. Understand that God can bring healing and wholeness, 'cause every time you feast on me, there is life. So come now to the table where you'll hunger no more, where your heart longs to taste and see. Come now to the feast. Can't you see you're invited to come now and eat? Come now to the table where you'll hunger no more, where your heart longs to taste and see. Come now to the feast. Can't you see you're invited to come now and eat? We cannot live on bread alone unless it's the bread of God. We cannot give a living feast. It only comes from God. We cannot live on bread alone unless it's the bread of God. We cannot give a living feast. It only comes from God. So come now to the table where you'll hunger no more, where your heart longs to taste and see. Come now to the feast. Can't you see you're invited to come now and eat? So come now to the table where you'll hunger no more, where your heart longs to taste and see. Come now to the feast. Can't you see you're invited to come now and eat? You're invited to come now and
I finally feel alive. I've been turned on. The darkness is gone. It finally is my time to sing my song, and you should sing along. I blew it up. So what? So what? I know better than you, and I'd like to see you try and stop me. I've got to prove myself and see this through, and you won't be able to stop me, stop me, stop me. Now you're only getting in my way. I could really shine if you would set me free, and I don't really care what you say. The decision is mine. You'll have to follow me. Where I go, 'cause you're no longer in charge, and you won't be able to stop me. 'Cause I know, as we travel across these stars, nobody will be able to stop me. I know you'll try, but you will never succeed, except aside from trying to convince me. I made a choice, a murderer, and that was wrong. Suicide will be my song. I win. There's nothing that you can do, and you haven't been able to stop me. You lose. I've proven I'm superior to you. No one in the universe can stop me. No one in the universe can stop me. No one in the universe can stop me. Nothing in the universe can stop me.
Just ridiculous fun. I know. I mean, it's one thing to play great music. It's another to play great music that's written about Star Trek. I'm just putting it out there. That's freaking amazing. 5-year mission. I love you. I love you, man. Needless to say, we have an amazing person with us today. It's actually the bass player from Blue Tongue. So you guys welcome this absolutely sweet person. How are you tonight?
I'm good. I wasn't expecting it to be all like really pretty, better music. Like, it just feels weird just from the stuff we play, and it was all like Celtic, pretty music. And it's like, oof.
We play all kinds here. So
I know.
yeah.
Just from seeing that stuff and that you're having me on, I can tell you play like everything.
I do, because I believe that to have a good repertoire of music in your heart, like to have a great life, you need to have like a combination of everything. So I there are some people who are like, I'm all about classical, I'm all about Celtic, I'm all about great. That's wonderful. I just happen to be a hodgepodge of everything. So it makes me happy inside when I'm like, great music is great music, no matter what it is. And so push it forward. And there's so much great music out there that is just not heard. And so that's why I started this show like 2 years ago, which is crazy.
That's awesome.
I know. So I know you are, so people may not realize this because we see all sorts of musicians, but how old are you, my dear?
I'm 17. My birthday's in a couple weeks, and I'll be 18. And the vocalist, he's also 17, and the guitarist who recorded on the album they're both 18.
That's amazing. So where are you located in this world?
We come from Indiana. We're near Louisville, and we do some shows there, but mostly Indiana, just because the scene in Louisville, it's very more kind of modern punk and shoegaze stuff. There's not a lot of heavier bands, very little metal. So we just gotta make up our own shows, just set up at
Yeah.
pavilions that we can just go to and set up and hope there's not a noise complaint. Basements, just random fields where we can set up a stage and get people to go.
Well,
But
I
we're
would
trying to-
suggest there are quite a few places here in Indianapolis that play heavy metal stuff. So it might be something to talk about later. If there's people on here that that have venues that want to hold some of his music, please comment, and we'll definitely get you guys connected, because that's one thing about this show is the people that can connect with each other. That's a beautiful resource, you know.
Yes.
And for young musicians out there who are just wanting to be able to do that. And so Natalie says, nice. I'm from the Indiana side of Louisville as well. It's a fun music scene down there. So yeah, so see, you already got people who are like, hey, I understand. So
Yeah.
so there's that. It's a wonderful thing to be able to do that. So tell me, I know you're young, but what is your music background? Where did you start? What turned you on to want to do music?
Well, this is the first serious band I've been in. I've been like some other stuff where we like maybe played in somebody's basement a couple times.
Yep.
And like did some covers, but the first band I ever like played out anywhere is we just from the get-go we wanted to release music, play as much as we could. But I guess my dad being in a band that plays like disco music, that kind of got me just from as long as I can remember wanting to play on stage. And
Nice.
I got a bass when I was 13 and I started playing that a lot, but playing metal really helped a lot. Because before I was into punk, so it was like Ramones, Minor Threat, Green Day, and that's more pop punk, Misfits, like just really, really, really into punk, but it's super simple bass. And when I joined the band, I was still more into punk and a little bit of black metal, but I got introduced to death metal and stuff, and that made me really need to start grinding on bass and getting better at it.
Yeah, there are times in life when you're like, oh, wait a minute, I need to get better, because if I want to do what I want to do, then I've got to sit down and actually learn how to play this thing, really, really, really play this thing. So I understand. For me, I have to have goals. You know, I have to have something I'm working towards. Be like, instead of just my husband, though, he can sit down and he's just like, yeah, I just want to play all day, and he'll figure it out. But for me, I'm like, okay, I need a project so that I know I have to get this ready by this time, so that I could be like, okay, I got to learn this bass line. I got to learn this drum situation. I got to learn this vocal part, so that I can go then, you know, do what I need to do. How are you when it comes to just practicing? What is it? Is it something that drives you? You want to practice all the time, or is it something that's more like, yeah, I got to have a project?
I mean, if I want to practice, I'll do just practicing covers, and it'll just make it harder and harder, so I get better. But the thing about this is it's something that I love making myself get better at. I love playing, and I just do it as much as I can, because I've been involved in other stuff just to be involved in something, have something to do, where I didn't really like practicing it. But this I do, even though probably 80% of the practice I do is practicing being able to play while jumping around and running around, because I'm big on stage presence since I'm really into punk.
Yeah.
But I'd still do a lot of scales and learn solos. The band Rancid, even though it's not anything close to metal, that helped me a ton with bass, because it's more bluesy, but it's got very active bass lines, bass solos and stuff. And that was a big point in me getting better at bass.
Who do you think is your favorite bassist that you'd love to be able to like emulate and learn from?
I mean, that's hard. Dee Ramone, I look up to him a lot just because the Ramones were so influential to everything I listened to. And my playing style, a lot of what I do, especially on stage, is all downstrokes. But now I'm kind of go more to finger picking.
Yeah.
Since we play faster stuff, more complex stuff now. But I also really like Matt Freeman from Rancid, because he did a ton of stuff with like bluesy bass mixed in with punk. And I like Alex Webster of Cannibal Corpse too, just because he has a really good classic death metal sound. And I've gotten better at bass by practicing some Cannibal Corpse songs. It's the shirt that I have on now.
Nice. I'm a huge Primus fan. So for me, when I think of bass, I think of Primus every time. I'm just like, he's like the bass god right there. I'm like,
We
I'm like, oh my god.
the last show we did, it was at a pavilion. It was super cold, and I was afraid I was going to lose all dexterity in my hands.
Yeah, that
And we
happened.
went on, and there was also a Primus cover band that went on after us. And it was really cold, and I was just tired from the show, and I was just chilling out in the car with like my girlfriend and our guitarist and her friend, and we were hanging out just to warm up. And I kept going back and forth just from the car and the show to watch, and they were on for like an hour and a half, and they apparently only played 12 songs, and they just kept going. They kept going into like bass solos and stuff. It was crazy, but their bassist was awesome. He was able to
Nice.
do all the Primus stuff. That's Rattlesnake Pasta. I want to plug that band.
Yeah.
They're cool.
There you go. That's right. Plug those people. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I've seen Primus 4 times live. Crazy, amazing shows. You just kind of sit there and you go, that's amazing. Like,
yeah, I work at a farm with a lady who, it turns out we were both at Knott's Fest because she's into some of the same music I'm into, but she's also into Primus and Tool, and that's how I know of them.
Nice. So tell me about the band. Tell me about Blue Tongue.
Well, we started out just me and James. We both wanted to start a band, and we did He Has My Throat, that we wrote that one. And that one I'd had to just improvise a lot on because I'm a bassist. I'm not a guitarist. So
yeah,
I did a bass part, and I just played on the high E string, the same notes, 16th notes I was played on bass on the high E, and then just like 8th or quarter notes, just power chords, really distorted, just to kind of give it a grindy sound. Just because I wanted to make stuff, I just didn't really know how. I didn't have a lot of recording equipment.
Yeah.
So I just kind of improvised with what I had.
Nice. So it's just 2 of you then? Or is there?
It started out with just 2 of us, but then we got a guitarist who was he was an amazing guitarist. And we met him. He was on our first album, and he's going to be on our next album. But then he had to leave just because there was other stuff he had to do, and he was also more into death metal than black metal.
Yeah.
But we still talk to him and stuff. And then we got another guitarist who would also do drums sometimes with us, and we did shows with him.
Nice.
And that was Alex Gersna, who did drums sometimes, and the guitarist who recorded on our 2 albums was Nate Abner. He is an awesome guitarist.
So tell me the difference between black metal and what was the other metal you just said?
Death metal.
Death metal. So black metal and death metal. Tell me the difference between those 2.
Well, my parents were asking the same thing because when I said he left because he wanted to do death metal, they were so confused because they think it's the same thing. But black metal, the songs, some of the times they're longer, but they're also a lot less active bass, and they're kind of just darker sounding. Death metal's got a lot of very active bass lines. It's a lot harder to play. And I mean, there's a lot of different subgenres in both, but in general, black metal's more just 16th notes on one note and then another. It's got some 3-chord riffs in it.
Yeah, I know. It's hilarious because I'll be like, oh, yeah. So I have categories that I put you guys in so that I can know. I don't play just like the same things over and over and over again. And I emailed one of the metal bands, and I was like, yeah, great thrash metal. And they're like, this is not thrash metal. And I was like, I am so sorry. I totally gave you the wrong label. They are serious about those labels too. And I'm just like,
they are.
Okay, well then you need to tell me exactly what you are, because if not, I'm just gonna like put you in this one little category. And so all you metal people are just all together. Just because
I didn't even consider us black metal until recently. Before that, we were just metal. But also black metal has a lot higher vocals. It's fry screaming, and death metal's got a lot lower vocals. They kind of do pig squealing stuff.
Yeah, like the growl that really.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we are going to actually listen to He Has My Throat. Tell me about that song.
Well, that song was the first one James and I made, and that was just programmed drums, bass, and just improvising however I could with guitar. But then we redid it for the album with me on bass, Nate on guitar, and James redoing the vocals, kind of layering the vocals a bit. And it's just this one on the album where we had everybody was a lot cooler.
Nice. So what is it about?
This one, it's not really about anything. It's really more just a story. It's not about a real life event. It's just about a dude who's possessed and killing people.
Well, there you go. I mean, I love listening to true crime stories. So it's pretty much like it's like the music for that. There you
Right
go.
up your alley.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're gonna listen to that, and I'm gonna bring you back in just a minute, and we're gonna have a little fun. All right.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, guys. If you guys don't know, I teach music as well. So I love having on here young musicians who are just loving their craft. I teach a young man who growls a lot, and I'm teaching him how to growl without hurting himself, and he's doing such a great job. So for all you metal people out there, here's a little bit of love, right? Well, we are going to listen to He Has My Throat by Blue Tongue, and then we're going to listen to Mo Nigan Don As Boicha by the Selkie Girls. And then we have In the Moment by Scott Ziegler. So you guys, some really, really great music coming your way. You guys ready for this? I'm telling ya, it's great music. Here we go.
Trapped in my head without a single thought left. Nothing here's my own. It belongs to the man possessed. The things he does, I can't repress. He sets out in the night with a knife to cause unrest. And he chases children down and he stabs it through their chest. I don't want any part of this, but the devil has my throat. He makes me spew about dead men when he's buried. I don't know. And they all want to brand my neck with the burning of a rope. But I keep on about screaming because the devil has my throat. His laughs fill the air as their blood fills my hair. A sick feeling I can't escape. He tears through their skin and rips off their flesh as their bones he starts to scrape. And I can't help but feel this overwhelming dread, cause I kind of like the taste. You can't run it. You can't be stopped. I don't want any part of this, but the devil's got my throat. He makes me spew about dead men and when he's buried. I don't know. And they all want to brand my neck with the burning of a rope. But I keep on about screaming, woman, cause the devil has my throat. The devil wants to make me a part of his plan, an ugly beast they can't provoke, and I can't help but go along with it because the devil is in my bones.
Rayo, rayo, just keep count knocking. Five of the hair got high. Schools of army who airline. Kabraka Jian Shibusa. Radio, Rayo, Rayo, Rayo. Radio, Rayo. Nian dance for you. Cage just cool and taller. Sage and a hair. Not just what the shians and peace and love. Ikshingda posta radio rayo 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 radio rayo niandan spoje radio rayo 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 radio rayo niandan spoje. Radio, rayo, 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 radio, rayo, niandan spoje.
It was New Year's Eve back in '89. Just 17 years into this life of mine. My eyes were open and I could see just what the purpose of my life should be. As the ball dropped down in the New York sky, passed from death to life in the blink of an eye. When my life changed, with my whole way of living, I've been set free. And in that moment, it was clear to me what I could become. And I felt so free, and I gave my life to the one who gave, leading me on to my destiny. Looking back in my history, I made a choice that's still blessing me. Everyone for his choice, oh, where would I be? His love paid and made the way for me. Yet Jesus paid and made the way for me. As the ball dropped down in the New York sky, passed from death to life in the blink of an eye. When my life changed with my whole way of living, I've been redeemed. Life's been a journey with its twists and turns. Through its joys and sorrows, many things I've learned. Commit to God and you will succeed. And in His ways you will find perfect peace. His love for you, it will never cease. Come on and won't you fly with me? Together discover our destiny. The path to take, only time will show. And reveal how the mystery unfolds. It's all about how the story goes.
I again love playing so many different kinds of music. It makes me so, so happy. Knowing that you've probably heard about 6 genres. Oh my good Lord, I'm not speaking right today. Genre is a very fun word. Genres tonight. Know that you can send me anything. The only requirements, ready? Small labor, independent artist or band. And needs to be family friendly, meaning no cursing, don't make fun of people. Really, it's really that easy, people. I mean, it really kind of is. You can send it to CelticRain777@gmail.com. And then I play your music. And who knows? Maybe you'll end up on the show. That's pretty much how it happens. I'm just saying. We are going to listen to some more amazing music. We have Everybody's Looking for Someone Tonight by Stereo Cult. And then we've got Churro Typico by my husband, Samuel Lawson. Yeah, baby. And it's his classical guitar solo stuff that he does. And then we have Portrayed Belief. Portrayed Belief by Perceived. Some really, really amazing music coming your way. And then we get to talk to our absolutely amazing guest after that. That right there is worth it all. I'm telling you, it's all worth it. You guys ready? Here we go.
Everybody's looking for someone tonight. We've all been locked away for far too long. Stepping off the ledge tonight, jumping right back into your arms. The nightmare is gone, so dance by the fire. Never go home again. The nightmare is gone, covered the moonlight. Never go home again. Everybody's moving to the beat of the drum. Bodies swaying in the trance. Tonight we're forgetting the past and the horror we surpassed. The nightmare is gone, so dance by the fire. Never go home again. The nightmare is gone, covered the moonlight. Never go home again.
Perceived is like, okay, so they're like one of my favorites just because I love their sound. Their sound is just so rugged and beautiful. It's one of those beautiful ruggednesses. But you guys ready? We do have our guest of the evening on. Hey. So,
Hey.
so you have told us the names of all your other band members, but you didn't actually tell us your name.
Oh, my name's Pearson Scott.
There you go. Yeah, I think you had a little bit of a follower earlier. It was like, do you know this person?
Yeah, I do know Adri. That's Adri. She's awesome. She wears our shirts to school and stuff, and I like to think that because of her, some other people have bought shirts as well.
See,
So it's
there
cool.
you go.
She
You
comes
have
to our shows and stuff.
a beautiful follower, beautiful
Yeah.
groupie. And that's the thing, man, when you're a musician, you just have to be like, okay, look, I love my family and I will love them forever. But my fans, thank you. Thank you. Because those are the people that we have a certain group of people that come every time. And I'm just like, I love you. And you are my heart. I love you so
Yeah.
much. And it's just, you just love all over them. That's what you do. Yeah. So you're in school still, right? So you're what? You're a senior. Yes.
Yep.
So where are you going to school at?
Well, I'm thinking either IU Bloomington or University of Cincinnati because I want to go for environmental science because my main career goal is I want to do music as much as I can and tour at some point. But I'm also really interested in being a national park ranger. That's my dream job other than music stuff.
Nice. Well, you can do both. And I know that sounds
Yeah.
hilarious, but absolutely can do both. So yeah, definitely go for it. Go for your dream, man, because I am living my dream and it takes being serious about it and being like, okay, I'm not going to stop, but you can do it.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing. You just have to be stubborn in the right direction.
I mean,
That's what
recently it was like that, as in, because the dude who played drums with us, Alex, he had to move with his family to Virginia, and
Yeah.
Nate, he had to stop doing the band just because he needed to work on graduating and he wanted to just do death metal.
Yeah.
And it was sucked because we were going to be playing our schools after prom and play for
Oh,
people
wow.
there, which would
Yeah.
be a good crowd. But we just decided to find we had time to get ready for it, so we found some other people, and now we're practicing with them, and we're gonna shows back on.
Nice.
And it was just kind of having to talk to a lot of people and just no matter what, still try to keep going and stay according to plan because it's easier to just let it all go, but it's very rewarding to do what you can to make it.
It's easier, but it's not worth it.
Yes.
When it's worth it, it's hard and it's okay, and it just takes a little bit of work. Well, that's great. So you go into college soon. That'll be a really, really fun experience. Are you about ready to be done with high school?
I mean, I don't want to go to college just because all my friends are here.
Yeah?
It's like probably easier than college. I'm able to do stuff around here, and I just know the place better. But I'm also excited to be in a new city, kind of have free reign to just do whatever.
Yeah.
Excited and not excited about being away from my parents, but
Yeah.
it'll be very new. Both places have music scenes with like heavier punk and heavier metal stuff. Like a lot of people who listen to us are from Cincinnati and also from around the Rust Belt, just because metal is a lot more popular there than it is around here.
Yeah, I get that completely. So you've been writing with your group then. So what is your process right now of writing music?
Well, we just did our album, and that process was a bit different because it was just me coming up with the bass line and some stuff, the guitarist writing a guitar part and me putting bass with it. But it always went either bass or guitar, vocals, lead guitar, drums.
Yeah.
That's the order that it always went in.
So you just sit there and you come up with a line, and then you start building on that. Is that how you're doing it right now? Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of it comes from like punkish stuff, and I kind of just complicate a bit to maybe make it sound better for metal.
Yeah. Yeah. And so something, do you hear the line in your head before you put it down, or you just let your fingers kind of take it?
It kind of goes both ways. Sometimes I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna go on my bass and I'm not gonna stop playing until I come up with the riff. And then other
Yeah.
times I'm just sitting in school, nowhere near my bass, and I just think of a bass line, and sometimes I remember it when I get home and can play it.
Yeah, that's what I have voice recorder on my phone, and I'm like, that's the best thing I ever had in my. It's totally free. I just downloaded that thing because I'll be like, I have an idea, da, 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 and it's there, and then I won't lose it, because oh my gosh, have something with you all the time where you can just write
Yeah.
stuff down or record it down, because then later on you're like, man, that was so good. Have you ever done this? I've done this a million times. You'll get in and you'll be like, something will come out and you'll just be like playing, and then you're singing and you're playing, and it's just, oh my God, it's like perfect. And then you go to like write it down and record it, and you can't remember what you just did. And you're just like,
Yeah.
the gods just gave me something, and I didn't record it then, and now it's gone. And I get so aggravated with that. Like, I'm just like, it was so perfect. Yeah, I've had
Yeah,
that
and sometimes I can like,
so many times.
if I feel confident, I can like, without playing my bass, I can write down a tab of what I think the notes would be.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it doesn't come out sounding right.
Yeah, I understand that completely. Well, we are going to we're actually going to have a couple of videos that we're going to play. First, we're going to play just one video, and then the next time I talk to you, we'll play the other one. But I think I'm going to start with Dead End. So talk to me about Dead End.
Well, that one is from our first album. The second album, it's right now the drums are getting finished up, and it's going to go to an audio engineer, and that'll probably be out around spring. And the second album, that one is it's more black metal. It's just heavier and darker, which I'm super excited about. And the first one, that was when we kind of were a bit of crossover thrash, so more punk elements to it.
Yep.
And Dead End, I kind of describe it as being like kind of Blink 182-esque high schooly lyrics. The lyrics just aren't as dark and heavy as what's in the next album. Just kind of about like growing up and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is just funny coming out of James's mouth since he's screaming and growling it. But that's what it's about, just getting older and being unsure about basically everything.
Well, awesome. Well, we're going to listen to that. We're going to do a little more dancing, and then we'll have you back on, okay?
All right.
All right. Well, guys, we're going to play the video from Dead End, and then we're going to listen to Stolen Child by Doors in the Labyrinth, Silly Magic by Ginger Ackley. She is my beautiful Silly Magic lady. And then Hold On by Starlight Riot. But first, definitely have to bring on this beautiful song called Dead End. Let's see if I can find it here. That's right, baby. Here it is. Yay. You guys ready to hear this amazing music?
I've waited so long for that to get better. I wanna feel home, but I'm too scared to enter. Hello, new chapter. With that you feel right. Well, I won't give myself up. Then I can die. I'm just gonna move, but I still wanna run. Because nothing but sucks, and life isn't fun. It's gonna make it to in my life that I can't man. Some in a fork in the road with one dead end. Growing up is scary, and it's hard to grow. When you look to find who you are, but you don't even know. It's gonna make it tear in my life that I can't bear. 'cause I'm at the end of the road with one dead end.
All right, guys. Here we go. Some more gorgeous, gorgeous music. Beautiful, beautiful.
These woods are dark and filled with spirits, restless and aching, watching for the fools who stray. Stay by my side. Don't leave the These woods are dark and filled with goblins, ravenous and clever, telling lies to make you stray. Stay by my side. Don't leave the path. We'll keep each other safe. We'll be back here forever.
I've got a little secret, I'll tell you what it is. I know a special ritual, and at it I'm a whiz. It makes me feel so happy, even when I'm blue. Making silly magic is the bestest thing to do. It's silly magic, my silly magic. A happy slappy ritual for me. Oh yes, it's magic, my silly magic. And when it's done, I've had some fun and I'm happy as can be. Now lots of times a circle is a solemn place to be. There's always some important work that's being done, you see. But when I feel unhappy and when I want to frown, I make some silly magic and I turn myself around. It's silly magic, my silly magic. A happy slappy ritual for me. Oh yes, it's magic, my silly magic. And when it's done, I've had some fun and I'm happy as can be. First I make a circle from things that make me glad, like teddy bears or red balloons or party stuff I had. I say out loud I'm leaving all the yucky stuff outside, 'cause silly magic makes that kind of thing just run and hide. It's silly magic, my silly magic. A happy slappy ritual for me. Oh yes, it's magic, my silly magic.
And when it's done, I've had some fun and I'm happy as can be. Next I give a call out to the elements and say how much I'd like to have their help to have a happy day. I make some bubbles in the east, put a glow stick in the south. I blow a whistle to the west, I blow it with my mouth. I pat a cake upon the earth, I do that in the north. Then I reach up high and low to bring the laughter forth. I tell the universe my wish for happiness, and then I start to laugh and write out loud and make a funny grin. It's silly magic, my silly magic. A happy slappy ritual for me. Oh yes, it's magic, my silly magic. And when it's done, I've had some fun, I'm as happy as can be. I dance and skip and laugh and play until I want to drop, then raise my hands and let it go so it will never stop. I have some milk and cookies and come back to the ground, then blow a kiss and give my thanks to all the spirits round. It's silly magic, my silly magic. A happy slappy ritual for me. Oh yes, it's magic, my silly magic. And when it's done, I've had some fun and I'm happy as can be. I clean up all the happy mess and put my toys away. I take my smile into the world to have a blessed day. The circle may be open, but broken it can't be. And all the good things we send out come back to us ×3. It's silly magic, my silly magic. A happy slappy ritual for me. Oh yes, it's magic, my silly magic. And when it's done, I've had some fun. When it's done, I've had some fun. When it's done, I've had some fun. And I'm happy as can be.
this life we got.
Starlight Riot. They're so awesome. They're going to be with us on our birthday show on February 14th. So if you don't have plans for February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, I get it. But if you should use this as a Valentine's Day night situation. I'm just saying, turn on Celtic Rain Radio Show in the background and listen to some freaking amazing music, because we're going to have like 6 different people on, 6 different groups on, and it's going to be like a Brady Bunch celebration of 2 years. 2 years, people, of the Celtic Rain Radio Show. That's right, 2 beautiful years. Well, we have one more beautiful interview with Pearson. How are you,
Hey.
my dear?
I'm good. I
You
just
having
sent you
fun?
some of those pictures.
Awesome. So we are, there is another band out there by the same name, but this is the band that you really, really need to know. This right here, this is the this is the thing. See, this is the blue tongue that you really need. I'm just saying. So we're gonna tell some people how to find you. You are actually on Facebook. You can go to facebook.com BLVETVNGVE. So like, it's kind of weird blue tongue, but that's how you can find them on
These instead of
Facebook.
U's.
Yeah, V's instead of U's. Or you can go to Instagram at blue, and that's the BLVE _ TVNGVE. So just replace the U's with V's, and that's what you got, baby. You can find them there. You can also, though, find them, and this is something that we wanna help them really start getting. If they get 100 subscribers on their YouTube channel, they can change their name from all sorts of crazy stuff to actually what they need. It's a beautiful thing. I know.
Yes.
So what I would say is this: go to youtube.com /watch V =OH capital N VR capital M Y capital Q capital L D, and I think it's a lowercase l. So I'm going to say that one time because that's insane. And YouTube really makes us work to be able to get our name on there. So go and please, 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 please. I'm going to put this in the comments as well so that you guys can be able to also go to the comments and see it and click on it. But please go to youtube.com /watch WATCH V =OH capital N VR capital M Y Q capital L D and then lowercase l. That's right. If I didn't say capital, it's not capital. Thank you. So tell me, you guys are actually working on something right now, aren't you? You're working on a second album?
And also, if you want an easier time finding it on YouTube, you can just search Blue Tongue Burning, and then that song will come up, and you can go to our channel through there.
Yeah, there you go. Blue Tongue Burning. And you'll be able to do that. So tell us about the new album you're actually working on.
Well, the new album, I think, is going to be a lot more professional sounding, just because this time we have a legit audio engineer that's going to mix it. We know a ton more about recording this time than we did the first. we've just learned a ton since then, and we've learned more about recording as well as writing. And our vocalist, he has some pretty cool vocals he's going to be doing on this. And we also have
Yes.
some soft, clean vocals from a girl who did some singing on it, who she has an angelic voice. She's awesome. She's from over in Norway, and she did one of our songs. It's kind of a two-parter. It's kind of soft and pretty sounding with her voice, and then it just goes super heavy into James doing vocals, which we're excited
Nice.
about that one.
Yeah, I did that on a couple of albums with friends of mine because I have a degree in opera. So they were like, "Hey, so you should come
Nice.
over, and the juxtaposition would be amazing." And I was like, and it was really, really amazing. So I love that combination very, very much so. So that's going to be really interesting to hear. That's really cool. So you have what performance wise, what do you guys have coming up?
Well, we used to do performances somewhat regularly. It was just hard because not a lot of places to play that were under 21 and not a lot of metal bands to play with. But some we have coming up that we're super excited about because there'll be a lot of people, and it's like people our age and stuff. Is we're playing the after prom for my school, and
Nice.
we're learning a bunch of new punk covers just so there's stuff that people recognize and a wider audience will like. But we're still putting in our metal songs in there just to get them out there.
Absolutely. I would say make sure that you video that, and so that you can use it and like break it up and use it as promotional stuff.
Yes,
So
because
all over.
we only have one show where we had a lot of pictures taken, and that's why most of the pictures I sent you were just from one show.
Yeah. Sounds great. Well, we are gonna watch now. I'm gonna let everybody know this song at the end has a curse word, so just understand that when I'm going through the mix and editing. If you're listening to this on the radio, you won't hear that curse word. So yay, it's been taken out. But if you're watching on the YouTube channel, it is on there. So, but we put it at the end of the show because I'm pretty sure by now the children should be in the bed. So needless to say, I am letting you know that there is a curse word in this beautiful song, but we want to be able to show off your music. So tell me about what happened.
This one is another one from the first album that's super Blink-182 high school-y. This one's just about it's about growing up. It's like this one is one that people really like us to play, and it has an awesome guitar solo in it, but it's one of the ones where I'd rather just be doing heavier stuff. But this one's just about like people at school that I used to be friends with that I don't like anymore. It's so stupid sounding, but it's like just people who kind of changed and like in bad ways and just not talking to them anymore, I guess.
No, I get it. Believe me, the whole coming of age thing is a very big deal. There's a lot.
It's so Blink-182-ish, the lyrics wise it is.
Well, there you go. Guys. This is what's happening, or what happened. What happened, you guys? It is what it is. Beautiful, beautiful song. Here we go.
Whatever did you? Where did you go? I look you in the answer like someone I don't know. We all forgot. The slate is clean. For all our memories that I can try. What happened? What happened? What happened to you? What happened? What happened? What happened to you? What happened? What happened? What happened to you? Matthew Ron gives an opposite way. You can talk so much without knowing what you say. You still have my hand in myself, and you also wish I could get you up until the season in my car. You say you're your truth, roll for me. I see you walk right past pretending outside. You have the ideal one, it's a one, is it now? I'm reminded of you, and never let it down. I wanted so much, 1 minute stop, but it never started was I just a prop. Too many changes, too little time, which things still make sense. Too unsafe, out of my mind, so many different paths, all drifting apart. Even an acquaintance holds a piece of my heart. What gave you mellow so deep inside, so fucking selfish with so little pride? But anyone just to get what you want, you give it to from teachers while I'm a blind. Too many changes, too little time, wish that still made sense. Do I see right of my mind? Just don't show up until you're so deep. If you know what you got, maybe lost some slide. You was like this one corner outside, so forget about you. What happened to me?
There you go, guys. Well, now we're going to listen to Alone Part 1 by Vanity Kills, Sur les Points by Morant, and Down to You by Richard Cuddle. And last but not least, Long Live Lauren by Mark Farrell. Some amazing, amazing music to end this amazing show with. You guys ready? Here we go.
mercy's all I'm asking. Just a little while, a minute's peace to get me through the day. I worry about tomorrow if it comes. Another day of standing in the storm. Just don't care about getting wet anymore. And the world keeps on spinning underneath my feet. The lines that once defined me are now blurred and indistinct. And as time begins to grind, all my edges smooth, finally I realize it all came down to you. Will concede that I'm not perfect. Thought I was good enough for you, but your choices sent me drifting away. Now I can't find my way back home. Another day of searching for the shore. Now I don't care about going back anymore. And the world keeps on spinning underneath my feet. The lines that once defined me are now blurred and indistinct. And as time begins to grind, all my edges smooth, finally I realize it all came down to you. On spinning underneath my feet. The lines that once defined me are now blurred and indistinct. And as time begins to grind, all my edges smoother, finally I realize it always comes down to you. Oh, and the world keeps on spinning.
He was my old friend from long ago. We met at high school just down the road. We were rock stars at the talent show. rock and roll band from long ago. He played for Elvis in a traveling show. They headed south to beat that winter snow. He found a wife that he could love and hold, and beautiful kids. It was like he struck some gold. Long live Lord. A true legend has come and gone. I felt compelled to write this song about a kind man with a gentle soul. Long live Lord. A true legend has come and gone. In our memory, he will live on. We'll meet again when the good Lord takes me home. We met in Freeport and gave it one more go. The stage was set to play one last show. He played real good just like he'd done before. He was our hero, it's hard to let him go. He touched my life in ways he'll never know. If I could go back, I'd let him know. We talked at times on that telephone. We joked and laughed about growing old. Then came the day when he had to go. He had a gig to play on the second floor. Listen close, you can hear him play a song, and the angels above will sing along, singing, Long live Lord. A true legend has come and gone. I felt compelled to write this song about a kind man with a gentle soul. Long live Lord. A true legend has come and gone. In our memory, he will live. We'll meet again when the good Lord takes me.
You guys, sometimes you just need a song about a person that you've loved and who's made a difference in your life. Sometimes those songs are just right there in your soul. Um, we want to thank you so much for being with us tonight. Thank you so much for coming on the show and having a great time with me
No,
tonight.
thank you for having me on. It was cool to do a video interview. All the other ones was just stuff we sent into magazines. So doing a video one was cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've been doing this for 2 years now, and I've interviewed people in 8 different countries, and it has
Nice.
been a blast. What I love the most is meeting you guys and seeing your hearts and seeing how wonderful,
Nice.
not just how great of musicians you are, but how wonderful people you are. It has encouraged my spirit and my soul as going through the crazy times that the world has gone through lately. So thank you. Thank you for being one of those beautiful souls.
No, no problem. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, you guys, you are watching the Celtic Rain radio show. If you have music to send me, please send it to CelticRain777@gmail.com. Just remember, you have to be a small label, independent artist, or band. And please, no cursing, family friendly. I know it's crazy, but it's that way. If you want to, please go to youtube.com/C for channel /Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky, and subscribe. You are listening to the Celtic Rain radio show. We say thank you and good night and goodbye.